GETTYNicola Sturgeon met school children during a visit to Levenvale Primary SchoolA. Survey by Fair Funding for Our Kids found just 1 in 10 council-run nurseries offer enough hours for mothers and fathers to hold down a time job. Of a total 1,369 such facilities across Scotland, only 139 are open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or longer, figures obtained in response to Freedom of Information requests show. The Scottish Government increased the entitlement to free childcare from 475 hours to 600 hours per year in 2014. The latest research comes just days after public spending watcogs warned there were significant risks, with Nicola Sturgeon's pledge to double this to 1,140 a year by 2020. This is the equivalent of around 30 hours per week. Of a total 1,369 facilities across Scotland, only 139 are open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. A longer hour research shows that the system is just not set up for working parents, the very people the Scottish Government say they want to help. Carolyn, Lochhead and East Renfrewshire, all 17 of the council-run nurseries were open between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., with 67% in East Dunbartonshire also operating these hours. But 19 of the country's 32 councils have no nurseries which are open for business between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., including Edinburgh City Council. In Glasgow City Council, Scotland's largest local authority, almost 2/5, 39%, of council nurseries are open between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Fair Funding for Our Kids spokeswoman Carolyn Lochhead said, "Our research shows that the system is just not set up for working parents, the very people the Scottish Government say they want to help. If you don't have grandparents nearby who can help with drop-off and pick-up, then it's almost impossible to make use of a council nursery place." The Scottish Government increased the entitlement to free childcare from 475 hours to 600 per year. Although 23 councils claimed to offer some day places, just 3% of youngsters started at 8 a.m. or earlier, while just 2% finished at 5:15 p.m. or later. Last week an Accounts Commission report uncovered a £160 million funding black hole in Ms Sturgeon's childcare revolution. Councils expect to spend around £1 billion a year by 2021-22, higher than £840 million earmarked by ministers. Scottish Tory education spokeswoman Liz Smith said, "We've heard enough in the way of warm words from the SNP on this in recent years. But in reality, nothing seems to be changing on the ground. If this issue isn't addressed now, parents will continue to struggle to get back into work and the economy will suffer as a result." Scottish Labour's Ian Gray added, "The SNP's obsession with the total number of hours available, rather than whether those hours are accessible to families, simply is not working. Increasing the availability and flexibility of childcare would make a huge difference, not just in terms of tackling poverty and the cost of living crisis but also in terms of fueling economic growth." The Scottish Government conceded flexibility is really important for many families, a spokeswoman said. "While most local authorities are consulting with families and increasing flexible options, we know that some places offered to parents are not where and when they need them. That is why we are committed to introducing an approach where funding will follow the child to give parents genuine choice of provision across sectors." Council umbrella body COSLA said all local authorities had been increasing flexible provision since 2014. A spokeswoman added, "COSLA are clear that the quality of provision is our main priority and we will continue to extend flexibility of provision with a clear line that quality of learning must not be sacrificed at the door of extended hours."